The year is 1845. The world is on the brink of a new era of exploration and discovery. The Arctic, a vast and uncharted wilderness, holds the promise of new trade routes and untold riches. It is a time of great ambition and daring, as nations vie for supremacy in the race to conquer the unknown. Two ships, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, sail into the icy grip of the Arctic. These ships, sturdy and well prepared, are the pride of the British Royal Navy. They are equipped with the latest technology of the time, including reinforced hulls and steam engines designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the polar seas. Their goal? To conquer the Northwest Passage, a treacherous sea route through the Canadian Arctic. This passage, if navigable, would provide a shorter route for ships traveling between Europe and Asia, revolutionizing global trade. The stakes are high and the challenge is immense, as the Arctic is known for its unpredictable weather and perilous icebergs. On board are 129 men, led by the experienced explorer Sir John Franklin. Franklin, a seasoned naval officer, has already made a name for himself with previous Arctic expeditions. His leadership and determination inspire confidence in his crew, who are eager to make their mark on history. They are well-equipped, confident and ready to make history. The ships are stocked with provisions to last several years, including preserved foods, medical supplies and scientific instruments. The crew is trained and prepared for the challenges ahead. But then, silence. As the months turn into years, no word comes from the expedition. Years pass and no word comes from the expedition. Families and loved ones wait anxiously for news, but none arrives. The British Admiralty launches search parties, but they return empty-handed. The fate of the Franklin expedition becomes one of the greatest mysteries of the 19th century. The ships, the crew, vanish without a trace. The harsh Arctic environment, with its freezing temperatures and shifting ice, seems to have swallowed them whole. The once hopeful mission now stands as a haunting reminder of the dangers of exploration. What happened to Franklin and his men? Theories abound, ranging from starvation and scurvy to lead poisoning from poorly canned food. Some suggest that the crew may have resorted to desperate measures to survive. The mystery deepens as more questions arise with each new piece of evidence. The mystery grips the world. Newspapers publish sensational stories, and the public is captivated by the enigma of the lost expedition. The search for answers continues, driven by a relentless curiosity and a desire to uncover the truth behind the disappearance of Franklin and his men. Sir John Franklin was no stranger to adventure. Born in 1786, he had a long and storied career in the Royal Navy, participating in numerous voyages and battles. His passion for exploration was evident from a young age, and he quickly became known for his resilience and determination. Franklin's previous Arctic expeditions had earned him a reputation as a seasoned explorer, though they were not without their hardships and challenges. His experiences only fueled his desire to conquer the unknown and push the boundaries of human exploration. He had already led 2 expeditions into the Arctic. These journeys were fraught with peril, from treacherous ice floes to extreme weather conditions. Despite the dangers, Franklin's leadership and unwavering spirit inspired his crew to persevere. Each expedition brought back valuable knowledge about the Arctic's harsh environment, but the ultimate goal remained elusive. The Northwest Passage, a fabled sea route connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, continued to be a tantalizing mystery that beckoned explorers from around the world. This time his mission was to finally chart the Northwest Passage, a shortcut through the Arctic that had eluded explorers for centuries. The passage promised a faster route for trade and travel, potentially revolutionizing global commerce. Franklin's expedition was meticulously planned, with detailed maps and charts outlining potential routes. The stakes were high, and the pressure to succeed was immense. The world watched with bated breath as Franklin and his crew embarked on their daring quest. The British Admiralty placed great hope in Franklin. They saw him as the ideal candidate to achieve what so many before him had failed to do. The Admiralty's support was unwavering, providing Franklin with the resources and backing needed for such a monumental task. This mission was not just about exploration. It was a matter of national pride and prestige. Success would cement Britain's status as a leading maritime power and open new avenues for trade and expansion. They equipped his ships with the latest technology, including steam engines and a year's worth of canned food. These innovations were designed to give Franklin and his crew the best possible chance of survival in the unforgiving Arctic environment. The steam engines provided a reliable source of power, while the canned food ensured that the crew would have a steady supply of nourishment. Every detail was carefully considered, from the design of the ships to the provisions they carried. The expedition set sail with high spirits, unaware of the unforgiving challenges that awaited them. As they ventured further into the icy wilderness, the true extent of the Arctic's harshness began to reveal itself. The crew faced relentless cold, shifting ice, and dwindling supplies. Despite these obstacles, their determination never wavered. They were driven by a shared sense of purpose and the hope that they would finally unlock the secrets of the Northwest Passage. Little did they know, their journey would become one of the most enduring mysteries in the annals of exploration. Years turned into a decade. The silence from the Arctic grew louder, more ominous. The families of the missing men grew desperate for answers. The British Admiralty, facing mounting pressure, launched a series of search expeditions. They scoured the Arctic, hoping for any sign of the lost ships, but the icy wilderness held its secrets close. The fate of Franklin's expedition remained a haunting enigma. Finally, in 1850, the first grim clues surfaced. Search parties discovered 3 graves on Beechy Island, a desolate outpost where Franklin's expedition had overwintered. The graves belonged to 3 young crewmen who had died early in the expedition. Their deaths, attributed to diseases like tuberculosis, hinted at the harsh conditions the men faced. But what had happened to the rest of the expedition? The graves offered no further answers. For over a century and a half, the icy grip of the Arctic held the Erebus and Terror captive. Then in 2014, a breakthrough. Using sonar technology, Canadian researchers located the wreck of the Erebus, remarkably well preserved in the cold, deep waters. 2 years later, the Terror was found resting not far from its sister ship. These discoveries sent ripples of excitement through the world. Finally, there was hope of uncovering what had happened to Franklin's expedition. The discovery of the ships allowed researchers to piece together more of the expedition's tragic end. Evidence suggests that the ships became trapped in the ice, forcing the crew to abandon them and attempt a desperate overland journey south. Skeletal remains found on King William Island, where the men had camped, painted a grim picture. Cut marks on the bones suggested cannibalism, a horrifying testament to the depths of desperation the men faced. Local Inuit oral histories offered another perspective on the expedition's fate. Stories passed down through generations told of strange, desperate men, their behavior erratic and unpredictable. Some accounts described conflicts between the Inuit and the explorers, suggesting that cultural misunderstandings may have turned deadly. These stories, though difficult to verify, provided a glimpse into the final days of Franklin's men, lost and desperate in a strange and unforgiving land. Some speculate that the Franklin expedition stumbled upon something more sinister in the Arctic wastes. Could they have unearthed an ancient artifact, a hidden relic that brought misfortune upon them? Or perhaps they encountered a phenomenon beyond our understanding, a secret the Arctic has guarded for millennia. While these theories remain firmly in the realm of speculation, they add another layer of intrigue to the enduring mystery. The discovery of the Erebus and Terror marked a significant chapter in the Franklin saga. These 2 ships, lost for over a century and a half, have captivated historians and explorers alike. Their rediscovery has provided a wealth of information, yet the mystery persists. What drove these men into the icy abyss? What unforeseen challenges did they face in the heart of the Arctic? Why did the expedition fail? Was it the harsh and unforgiving climate, or perhaps a series of unfortunate decisions? The Arctic is a place of extremes, where survival is a constant battle against the elements. The crew of the Franklin expedition faced unimaginable hardships, from dwindling supplies to the relentless cold. What truly transpired in those final desperate months? Theories abound, ranging from lead poisoning from tinned food to scurvy and even cannibalism. Each hypothesis paints a grim picture of the crew's final days. The isolation and the sheer vastness of the Arctic landscape only add to the enigma. How did these men cope with the psychological strain of their predicament? The Arctic, it seems, is reluctant to fully relinquish its secrets. The ice holds onto its mysteries with a tenacity that mirrors the resilience of those who dare to explore it. Each new discovery, while shedding light on some aspects, often raises more questions than it answers. The frozen expanse is both a graveyard and a time capsule, preserving the past in its icy grip. As researchers continue to study the wrecks and analyze the artifacts, they piece together the story of the Franklin expedition bit by bit. Every artifact, from a simple button to a navigational instrument, holds a clue. These items, frozen in time, offer a glimpse into the daily lives and struggles of the crew. The meticulous work of archaeologists and historians is crucial in unraveling this historical puzzle. We can only hope to glean more fragments of truth from this enduring historical puzzle. The story of the Franklin expedition is not just a tale of loss and tragedy, but also one of human endurance and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Each new piece of evidence brings us closer to understanding what happened during those fateful months. Perhaps one day, the icy grip of the Arctic will finally loosen, revealing the full story of Franklin's lost expedition. Until then, the Arctic remains a place of wonder and mystery, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the unyielding power of nature. If you made it this far, perhaps the mystery spoke to you. Subscribe to The Ancient Secret, because the next answer might lie in the very question you haven't asked yet.